Welcome to What's On at Oor Hoose. I was raised in a wee town called Musselburgh on the east coast of Scotland. Like most working class families, we enjoyed our summers. Trips abroad were not on our horizon, but daily excursions to the beach, or we called it the back sands, off to Portobello or Edinburgh, or maybe even as far afield as Fife or along the coast to North Berwick. These were ideal daily outings for us. The winters, on the other hand, could be quite gloomy. The sun goes down early in Scotland, so it could be dark by 3:30 in the afternoon. That's why I think the radio and TV and movies became so important to us kids. And I know that a lot of my memories are triggered by voices, theme songs, albums. Any music provokes a feeling of warmth and familiarity, for me at least. And that's what inspired me to create this podcast. So let's start right in 1954, which is the year I was born. Now clearly, I'm on the cusp, but my older brother, Charlie, he has clear memories of listening to the radio show. One of his favourites was The Goon Show, which aired in 1951. It was considered to be the precursor to Monty Python's Flying Circus, was written by Spike Milligan and featured Peter Sellers and Harry Seacombe.
Who was that bum?
Ying tang ying tang ying tang ying tang ying tang ying tang pole. Ying tang ying tang ying tang
in a light pole. Keep lad up, keep up.
keep up
Lad, tom, king tong, ying tong, king tong, in a light pole, lad.
Ying tang ying tang ying tang ying like
Light pole.
Yeah, you may be familiar with that sound. 1955, the Hancock Half Hour radio comedy show featuring Tony Hancock was aired. The Archers, a very long-running radio show. Each episode was only 15 minutes long, approximately. It was originally started to support working-class farmers after the World War II, but it soon caught on with the general population. It was a soap about a working family called the Archers in Cornwall. Now, as time is progressing, my family became a little more able to buy a TV. The adults back then were enjoying shows like The Good Old Days, which was filmed in a Leeds variety music hall. The show had a Edwardian theme. It was hosted by Leonard Sachs and aired in 1953. Both the host and the audience participated and dressed in period costume.
He was as shy as could be. He wanted to marry his sweetheart May, just couldn't think of the right words to say, till one night while owning her near, he whispered these words in her ear. Who's stuffing your...
Another big show, which was really big in Britain, were game shows. Opportunity Knocks, hosted by Hughie Green, came out as early as 1949 and it ran
Talent
forever.
show where your votes make the stars. You saw the Main Avenue Jazz Band, Tammy St. John, the Mayors, Bob Lambert, Vashti, and Jerry Shaw. Stay tuned and find out which actors won this week on your Opportunity Number.
And here he is, Mr. Star Maker himself, your host, Huey Green.
In 1951, the I Love Lucy show aired, and I know our family really laughed out loud watching Lucy and her. Dawned the era of Dixon of Dock Green, the story of Jack Warner and his colleagues in a police station on the East End of London. I have fond memories of watching that with my dear dad. That's what the adults were watching, but a lot of kids lay down the carpets with their eyes glued to the TV, watching Watch with Mother. This is a kids' TV show. It was really quite insightful, and although they didn't have animatronics or even cartoons, they created some characters that stay glued to the memories of a lot of our 50s and 60s kids. Andy Pandy was a wooden face stringed puppet and much loved. His friends were Teddy, who was a bear of course, and Loopy Loo, a doll.
Andy Pandy's coming to play, la 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 la. Andy Pandy's here today, la 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 la.
1952 came Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. And as you can imagine, they were flower pot men on strings, and the story would be narrated.
Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, flower pot men, flower pot men, flower pot men, Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, flower pot men.
In 1955, along came the Wooden Tops, wooden puppets, and the stories were narrated by Maria Bird and Eileen Brown. The Suri Show was also a very popular show for kids. But I think my favourite, which aired in 1957, was Pinky and Turkey.
You for me and me
I'm going to end with the last show of that era, Blue Peter. It aired in 1958. It was a BBC One show. It was a perfect show for kids. It raised community awareness, taught you how to create crafts, had lots of special guests, one of whom was Princess Anne. I believe she was on it more than once. I know I was pretty excited when I saw her on the show. Can't deny I loved the radio and TV of that time. So folks, I'm going to close here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please join me for the next episode of What's On in Oor Hoose, where we'll see what's happening in the 1960s. Take care.